Welcome back. We are continuing to get you the visuals of the final journey of Dr. Manmohan Singh as the country bids adieu to him. He is being brought to the Nigambodh Ghat. The mortal remains of Dr. Manmohan Singh are being brought to the Nigambodh Ghat from the AICC headquarters, where the top Congress leaders paid their final respects. At the Nigambodh Ghat, his mortal remains will be consigned to flames. He will be laid to rest with full state honours. Our colleagues Tejshri, Pradeep as well as Isha continue to stay live with us. Tejshri is joining us from the Ghat. Tejshri, you were getting us details of the political leaders who have started arriving and the legacy of Dr. Manmohan Singh that the political leaders spoke about.
Well, yes, the senior political leaders have started arriving, and not just the political leaders. You see, the diplomats and the bureaucrats have also arrived, and the ambassadors are also arriving over here. Because, you know, as I was mentioning earlier, that he was not just a political leader, but also someone who had great international relations as well. Now we will show you the visuals so as to who all are arriving over here. Because you see, now since the security is being beefed up, it is clearly indicating that now in any time from now, Prime Minister can come. In any time from now, it is a high possibility that Vice President can also come. There you see ambassadors coming and getting down from their car and moving here towards the Nigambodh Ghat, where the final rites of former late Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh will be carried out. Because remember one thing, that as I was mentioning, that, you know, not just the Congress leaders but leaders from other opposition parties are also coming to pay tribute to him from the bottom of their heart. And in fact, not just that, but also remember that he was not just a political leader, and he was one of the prime minister who was not a religious leader. He was such a prime minister who was not a spiritual leader. He did not have he was someone who did not have any. He was not an army veteran as well, and also in fact he was not a billionaire. So he was one who was a hardcore politician who understood the Indian economy in depth and was the finance minister as well. And in fact, you know, if we talk about his political career, starting from the time while he was the economic advisor to the time to become when he was chief economic advisor, then he was also the finance minister in P.V. Narasimha Rao's government from 1991 to 1996. He was also, do not forget, that the RBI governor also, and then he was advisor to the prime minister, and then he was finally the prime minister himself from 2004 to 2014. And again, we will continue to show you the visuals so as to how the final rites will be performed over here with full state honors. If you can see in your visuals, we would like to zoom in and show you the visuals. Vijay Shamim Alam is giving you the visuals that you know, with full state honor preparations are complete. And in fact, now the time what we are getting to know is that while the final rites will begin is approximately in between 11:30 to 11:45, and before that we are expecting VVIP movement over here. Prime Minister can come now in a short while from now. But if we talk about late former Prime Minister, you know, Dr. Manmohan Singh, then again, see, the Congress leaders are pouring in over here, the supporters are gathering over here, and the Congress workers have also gathered. We saw that how there were a huge crowd, there was a large number of supporters, the Congress Karyakartas, the leaders who were present over there at Congress headquarters also. And in fact, you know, as we were talking about former late Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, who himself in fact accepted the fact, and in fact he also stated, quote unquote, that I feel no shame in accepting the fact that I was a prime minister who was a prime minister by accident, and that's why he was several times being called an accidental prime minister as well. And in fact, not just that, in fact, you know, he also himself stated that he was not just an accidental prime minister but also an accidental finance minister as well. And in fact, there is a very interesting incident, you know, that I would like to share, while how he came to know that he will be the finance minister. And in fact, he shared himself during an interview, and in fact we will also keep on showing you the visuals as well, and we will share the incident that he was sharing, that how he became the finance minister. And in fact, he was sleeping, and then at that point of time P.V. Narasimha Rao called him. You see Manjinder Singh Sirsa in the frame, who has arrived over here. PV Narasimha Rao called him, and in fact he stated that you are going to be the finance minister. He had no idea. He was PV Narasimha Rao asked just him to get ready, and then he was taken for the oath ceremony. However, he was not having any idea, so as to at that particular point of time, he has to take the oath. He has to take the oath because there were several names going rounds, but then he was the only one whose name was proposed for the finance minister. Because and then from that particular point of time, you see, from 1991 to 1996, the economic reform, the economic growth that India has witnessed, everybody is talking about it today. In fact, each and every leader, say it be from the BJP, Congress, no party boundaries, all the leaders are talking about him. And in fact, today India is the 5th largest economy and now is en route to become the 3rd largest economy. And now, in fact, also we should keep in mind that if our former late Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh had not been introduced that budget in the year 1991, if while he was the finance minister, could he not have brought that reforms that he got? Could he not have?
Okay, all right. Teji, request you to stay with us even as the final journey continues. There's also some politics that has played out. The Congress party, in fact, wanted Dr. Manmohan Singh's last rites to be held at a place where his memorial can be built, and the party has said that the party president, Mallikarjun Kharge, had spoken to the Prime Minister and the Home Minister over the phone to make the request, saying only a memorial would be a true tribute to the two-time Prime Minister. Now, Kharge, in his letter, demanded that the memorial be built at the former Prime Minister's last resting place, that is the place where his funeral was to be held. My colleague Pradeep Datta is joining us on the broadcast. Pradeep, there was some politics that also played out over the same, with the Congress party saying that a request had been made. In fact, now in the latest fact sheet has also been released by the centre. Take us through the details of what the Congress party had requested and what the centre has responded to that request.
Yes, the controversy over the memorial of former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is continuing. We have seen that the Congress party chief had written a letter to the government in this regard. He wanted that memorial to be constructed at a point where actually the last rites were performed. So in this regard, they wanted that memorial should be where Manmohan Singh's body was consigned to flame. So they said that this is going to be the real tribute to the leader. But now there has been a meeting that was chaired by the Home Minister Amit Shah, and during that meeting it has been decided that the land will be allocated, and they've already made it clear that the government is very particular about allocating a land in this regard. But still the controversy refuses to die down, because a short while back I spoke to one of the Congress leader, Ashok Gehlot. He said that the government should have done this thing of their own. Why the Congress had to ask for this thing? Because Manmohan Singh was not the leader of any particular party. He was the Prime Minister of the country and he represented 1.4 billion Indians. So they should have allocated a memorial of their own, despite whether Congress party was demanding or not. He said in Behroshi Shekhawat case, they had allotted memorial without any demand. So the government should have come out with this proposal before Congress party would have asked for this thing. That's what actually the Congress party is saying. But so far as the government is concerned, there was a cabinet meeting. During that cabinet meeting today morning, it was decided that land for the memorial will be allocated, and the trust will be made for that, and that will be done after once the cremation will be over, the last rites will be performed. Let me show you here right now. We are at the Nigam Bodh Ghat. You can see that large number of people here are present there, and people in large number from different walks of life, they're coming over to this place, because Manmohan Singh was not the leader of the masses, but he was someone who had done a lot for the masses here in the country, whether he was as a finance minister, whether he was the Prime Minister. No doubt he was a man of few words, but his words spoke better than words. He was able to bring in the economic reform.
Yes, he was, somebody who contributed a lot to the country. But let's also talk about the fact sheet that was given by the centre. Meenakshi is joining us with those details. Yes, Meenakshi.
Well, absolutely, Pratibha. So, at a time when Dr. Singh's last journey is underway, there is also some politics which is happening, which obviously Pradeep apprised our viewers about. He gave us a summary of what really is happening over the memorial for former Prime Minister late Dr. Manmohan Singh. This is the fact sheet. The MHA had released that yesterday. Yesterday, the MHA said that they had received this request to allocate a space for the memorial, the request which MHA had agreed to, and they say after the cabinet meeting, Amit Shah had communicated the same to the Congress president that the government will be allocating space for this memorial. So that's the latest which is coming in. Cremation and other formalities can happen, said the government. Meanwhile, a trust has to be formed, space has to be allocated, memorial will follow. That was the word coming in from the side of the MHA. This is the fact sheet, facts regarding the memorial tussle or the sparring which is happening between the centre and the Congress over Manmohan Singh's memorial.
Okay, all right. Stay with us. In fact, the Congress leaders had also said that a decision should have been taken much before. Listen in.
ऐसा ये तो मसला है ही कोई नहीं, ये तो पहले ही मोदी साहब की गवर्नमेंट को खुद से सोच कर रखना चाहिए था. ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एमिनेंट सन्स ऑफ इंडिया. 10 साल प्राइम मिनिस्टर रहे. सारा देश भी चाहता है और विशेष तौर पंजाबी चाहते हैं कि आप जैसे पुराने सारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स को उनकी रेस्टिंग प्लेस दे रखी है, उनके मेमोरियल्स बने हुए हैं, इनके भी संस्कार वहीं कराएं जहां इनका मेमोरियल बनना है. तो ये एक डिमांड अकेली कांग्रेस की नहीं है, अकेली पंजाब की और सिख जगत की नहीं है, ये सारे हिंदुस्तानियों की वर्ल्ड वाइड डिमांड है. तो ये तो सोचने विचारने की बात ही नहीं, ये तो गवर्नमेंट को पहले ही सोच कर रखना चाहिए.
Every part of every single citizen of this country has to remember him on whatever the works he has done for the country. He has done on a giving on rights through the Constitution. Of course, that is the need of the hour. I hope a good mind will prevail upon them and give whatever the request of the Congress party.
In fact, the BJP reminded the Congress party about the UPA era decisions on how stalwarts other than the Gandhis were ignored by the party.
दुख की बात है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी जिसने जीवन काल में डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी को कभी सम्मान नहीं दिया. हमें याद रखना चाहिए कि अंतिम चरण में 2014 में उन्होंने एक राष्ट्रीय स्मृति बनाने का प्रयास किया था, क्योंकि जब उन्हें लगा था कि सरकार जाने वाली है. जिन्होंने अपने जीवन काल में कभी डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह को सम्मान नहीं दिया, आज उनकी मृत्यु के बाद भी वह उनके सम्मान के ऊपर सियासत करते नजर आ रहे हैं. यह बहुत दुखद है. और मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं देश को कि डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह गांधी नेहरू खानदान के बाहर देश के पहले प्रधानमंत्री थे जिन्होंने 10 वर्ष तक प्रधानमंत्री का पद ग्रहण किया. कम से कम आज इस दुख की घड़ी में राजनीति करने से बाज आना चाहिए.
So a row had erupted over the possibility of creating a memorial in his honor. The Congress party saying this decision should have been taken earlier. National spokesperson of the BJP, Shehzad Poonawalla, joining us on the broadcast. Shehzad, the Congress party says that the decision should have been taken earlier. That would have been the true tribute to Manmohan Singh.
First of all, the government had already taken a decision to honor the legacy of Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. A state funeral has been accorded. 7 days mourning is being held. The flag was at half-mast yesterday. And we also know that a decision to build a memorial in his honor was taken. Obviously, the memorial can be handed over to a trust. It can't be given to the Gandhis personally. We know what they do with land when it's handed over to them in the name of something or the other. So a trust has to be created. As of now, there is no trust in the honor of Dr. Manmohan Singh. So this is a technical issue. Having said that, who is speaking about the legacy of Dr. Manmohan Singh? The same Congress party that insulted him while he was alive. Who taught the ordinance? Who created the NAC? Who ensured that even during the farewell meeting of Dr. Manmohan Singh, Rahul Gandhi did not attend it? We know time and again how Mr. Manmohan Singh was undermined. And by the way, forget Dr. Manmohan Singh. What about Prime Minister Narasimha Rao? Not even a single memorial was created by the UPA. In fact, they did not allow his body to even enter the AICC office. What did they do with Sitaram Kesari? And forget all of that. Read the tweet of Sharmishta Mukherjee. When President Pranab Mukherjee passed away, at that time, not even a single CWC meeting was held to give a condolence message for his passing away, even though it had been done for K.R. Narayanan. So this shows the double standards of the Gandhi family. The Gandhi family obviously is guilty that it has not treated Dr. Manmohan Singh well, and therefore they are finding some or the other excuse to blame the BJP. The BJP has been nothing but more than generous towards the legacy and the memory of Dr. Manmohan Singh. And we have not only shown utmost respect, but we continue to do that. And the Prime Minister will be attending his final funeral rites even now. So I think this controversy should have been avoided.
Okay, all right. All right, Shehzad, thank you for joining us. The BJP accusing the Congress party of politicizing Dr. Manmohan Singh's demise, saying the Congress should recall how they treated the former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, and also citing the tweet by Pranab Mukherjee of how shabbily the former president was treated by the Congress party. Meanwhile, we have reactions coming in from the India bloc leaders as well. Listen in.
दम मिलना चाहिए, मांग किया, सही किया। माननीय मनमोहन सिंह जैसा नेता नहीं मिलेगा देश को।
भी बहुत क्लोज थे सर आपके।
हम उसी मंत्रिमंडल में थे, बहुत क्लोज थे।
बनना चाहिए स्मृति स्थल।
बिल्कुल।
Well, we continue getting you these live updates. For now, a short break. We'll be right back.